Welcome to Games Overboard. I'm PJ.
I'm Dan.
I'm Angie.
Hi, it's Carrie. I'm back again.
I'm Tom.
Who's also back.
Are you sick of me yet?
Back again.
Are you sick of me
Sure,
yet?
it's back.
No? Yes?
Carrie's back.
Back again.
Brought a
Joe,
friend.
Oh, there you go.
We've had Carrie on this week's episode of Wellhouse Exorcism, and now we are on Games Overboard.
My third one in a row. with you
And
guys.
gonna be host of our next endeavor.
Oh,
Probably won't be every week like the others, but we're gonna start up a movie podcast
I'm so excited.
called Vidiots. Wait for the trailer. That'll be dropping soon. I'm gonna make a little trailer for it. I'm excited because our first episode is one of our favorite movies.
But we'll
Talk about that later.
Yep.
So, in gaming news, Seismic, where are we?
It
We
was at 89. I just looked.
89%
89%.
funded.
And we still have...
The whole
20
month.
some days
Well,
left to
yeah.
go.
This is ridiculous. In a good way. A good ridiculous.
Yes.
I love it. I'm
Yes.
excited.
I really hope that this game makes it, as I've said in past like 3 episodes now.
Yeah.
But, okay, so, listeners, let me backtrack a little here. When we
Backtrack.
talked about Seismic last week, we had a conversation that I cut from the episode because as I was editing it, he made an update. And I'm like, well, now I can't have this conversation. Because a lot of people are complaining, like, why can't I a la carte add some, like, upgrades into the game? Because, like, the way the tiers work in the game is you buy the 4-player version of the game, or you can, and that's 140, or you can, for 175, you buy the 6-player version of the game, or for 200, you buy the 6-player version plus 3D terrain. And people were like, why can't I get the 4-player version with the 3D terrain? I will never play this game with 6 players. And so he breaks it down, like, almost to the cent, why this game is worth your money, and how this game, if it went to retail or if it was made by a company like Asmodee, would be like $500.
Wow.
But he's selling it for $200 with all of these like literally hundreds of minis.
Yeah.
Hundreds of minis and tons of stuff. And so he's selling it not because he wants to make money, but because he wants to see this game come to life. Like, that's it. He just loves this game.
And if he can, I'd love to see him make money off of it, but if he can break even, that would be like best case scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. So once he broke it down, like, you know, cent for cent like that, you know, dollar for dollar, he jumped from, I think it was like $80,000 funded to over $100,000, like overnight. A lot of people are like, oh, dang. Like,
Wow.
And everyone is like unanimously saying like, this is the most transparent and amazing update that we've ever seen in a crowdfunding project.
Right.
And so we really appreciate Jason Blake for that especially, and for this game, which just looks incredible.
Oh, I'm so excited.
All right, so now we got Seismic out of the way, though.
Would you
I
say
just
we
played
got sidetracked.
That was weak.
That was really weak.
That makes no sense.
It
No,
makes
it has
total
nothing to do
sense
with
to a
seismic.
brain that's all kinds of
Nothing to do with
messed up.
seismic activity at all.
You're not even the one drinking.
It
I don't
doesn't
have
matter.
to drink.
Does not matter.
Just like me. I don't have to drink.
You drank coffee and that got you high.
Coffee.
But is she high
Gets you
like
high
Cleopatra?
Excuse
It
me?
gets you high here specifically.
I know.
Or high above me.
She's so lovely.
Thank you.
Maybe Joan of Arc or Aphrodite. I don't know.
But I played a lot of solo games this week.
How low
Like-
were they, PJ?
Gone solo.
Solo. Did you hear
He's
the
played
that
with
the
himself
sound?
a lot this week.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
a lot? Like
and that's
Are
the
you
sound
in
of
the
it.
dining room.
Oh, PJ!
Oh, my
That's where we
goodness.
eat!
I know. Kids kept coming up to me, interrupting me.
God. Well then.
I'd lose my place, you know, I'd have to.
You
Start
hate when that
over.
happens.
Yeah, I had to start
again.
over.
Lost my concentration and everything.
I usually had videos playing too.
Oh my. What kind?
cartoons.
I knew you were into some weird shit, PJ, but come on.
Were you recording at the time, too?
All right, speaking of cartoons, though, everyone, Scavenger's Reign, I mentioned it like a year ago on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the grossest but coolest adult cartoons ever. Like, it's critically acclaimed. Max decided to cancel it, so Netflix now has it. And it's not doing too good on Netflix. So I need everyone to watch Scavenger's Reign to boost those numbers so I get a season 2.
What's like a really quick synopsis of what's about?
It's a group of people that crash land on this alien planet and they're trying to get off of it. And the alien planet is, like, the biology of it is really cool. Just like the way the animals interact with each other and with the planet and everything. And they have to learn how they all interact. And it's just real gross too because of that. Like, this guy, like, they know that these eggs that are in this beast, like, are really good at conducting electricity and, like, act like batteries. So this guy, like, slices into a beast and crawls inside of it, and he, like, starts tugging on different intestines and things like that to get, like, the eggs to pop out. And then, like, he tugs on a different tube in the beast to get it to throw him up. And that's all in the first episode.
And that's the first 10 minutes.
Actually, I think it might be, yeah.
There you go.
So that's kind of like how interesting and weird and unique it is.
I just like that clip you showed me the other day where it was
The self-pollination thing.
Yeah, it's this
A flower.
This beautiful flower. It opens up and it takes like almost 5 minutes, this entire sequence. You see the flower opening up, and then you see all the spores, get pulled away, and then you see this little organism living inside, and he's like,
It looks like a pug on a human body,
he's
right?
like, and he's like, he wakes up, and you see him do some stuff, and he picks up, like, another...
He chooses one of the spores that were pulled out, and then he plants it into the flower, and then he dies.
He dies. Like, you literally see him shrivel up and fucking die.
Yeah, you see him age, and then, like, he just lays down and dies.
And then the rest of the flower, like, covers him back up, and then it closes. And, like, this whole thing takes 5 minutes.
And, like, this amazing, beautiful soundtrack is playing over top.
The score is fantastic.
And
like, it's so great, but then you stop and you're like, wait, what?
And oh my gosh, it's still my favorite scene in that show because it's just beautiful. But it's also, like you said, like, Dan was laughing the whole time, and I agree because it's so ridiculous. He's like, are they trying to say life is pointless?
Because that's what it is. It's like what do you do?
True story.
I'm born. I decide I want that seed, and
I
now
get it.
I get it. I plant it, and I'm dead. It's like, wow.
I'll show you the clip when we're done recording. It's incredible.
Like,
it really is.
It really is beautiful, but at the same time, it's like, wow.
And the music. The music is so good. So yeah, if you like alien biology and science and things like that, unique art, and just a really cool story too, it's definitely one to check out. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's very unique. But it's not for everyone, that's for sure. It is not for everyone because it is gross at parts. So, now that we've...
Real quick, I just want to hit one more thing, since we were talking about alien stuff. We got to watch the trailer for Alien Romulus.
Oh, that movie looks so
which
good.
Which looks so awesome.
I have nothing to say.
You're not an Alien fan.
No, so I'm a huge fan of that franchise. Even the horrible movies. Alien Resurrection sucks. I'm sorry, that movie is awful.
Mm-hmm.
The only way you can watch it is by going in and knowing you're going to laugh at how stupid some of the stuff is. That's the only way to, like.
I also have admiration for the guys in the xenomorph suits swimming.
Oh my god!
Because they said that was like the worst experience ever.
Yeah, and he had been in the alien suit since Alien 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
that must be horrible.
Terrifying.
It was worse than Alien 3.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and Alien 3 was bad.
Alien 3 was real bad. 4
that was nothing but
4 was worse, yeah.
That's there. Like Alien 3 was nothing but Fox getting their grubby little hands in it.
Yeah.
But Alien Romulus looks amazing. It's not directed, but it is produced by Ridley Scott.
Oh, the scene where the face hugger like jumps on the guy, he's trying to pull it off,
Yeah,
and
you can see the
tube is
bosses
trying to
going
get
through.
into his
Oh,
mouth.
so cool.
Oh,
Well then.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
This
is the board game podcast.
I know. We'll get to that in like
Yeah.
just a few
So
seconds. So the trailer just dropped a few days ago.
it looks really cool.
It looks amazing. I can't remember the director's name, but he was the one that
Did the Evil Dead remake?
did the Evil Dead remake back in 2000 and what was that? 16? No.
6, I think.
Yeah,
we
the
were in
first-
college.
No, we weren't in college.
8?
I was already in Los Angeles. At
Oh,
that
really?
time, so it had to be 13 or 14.
Okay. I thought it was earlier than that.
No.
I thought we were in college.
No. The cast looks really good. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head who's in it. I need to rewatch the... I was in the shower when I watched it. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm so fucking
13.
weird. 13, yeah, that's what I thought.
That one was okay.
What?
That one was okay, but Evil Dead Rises was awful. Like, oh my god.
I liked it because they weren't afraid to kill children. You know, so many horror movies like you don't
you don't
kill
do
kids.
that.
Oh, that I don't care about, but like,
But-
it's just the everything in general. It was,
And like the Lovecraftian mass of arms and limbs and stuff was
I
fun.
can get behind that too, but
You?
just
Who is this?
That's me.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was you.
That was
had
like
moments.
we had to actually skip through it because it was so bad. Like we couldn't watch
It
it.
is kind of boring. Like, yeah, there's that.
The ending, the end was kind of amusing. Like the
Yeah.
the
And so many of the kills are like off screen.
yeah, but
You know,
but
like through the keyhole and stuff like that.
the whole wood chipper thing was kind of.
But nothing
That was
beats
fun.
the original 3.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because I love him.
Evil
so
Dead,
much.
Evil Dead, Dead by Dawn, and Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness, I still watch and laugh like a schoolgirl because it's just so funny.
I saw
Oh, it's
Army
amazing.
of Darkness first as a little kid.
So
Same
did I.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
It was on TV, and I laughed my ass off
It's
so hard.
so great.
Which one did we see at the drive-in?
That was the first Evil. Oh no, it had Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 back to back.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do two
Nice.
back to back, you only do two. Do 2 and Army of
3,
Darkness.
yeah.
Because those at least have a coherent story.
Well, because so Evil Dead and then Evil Dead 2,
Or the same movie.
it's
Right.
the same movie because they couldn't get the rights
Yeah.
to it. So they the rights to the footage.
We're getting off track here.
So what they
It's
had
okay.
to, we are.
Okay.
So what they had to do was they had to
But
do
it's
a
Bruce
recap.
Campbell.
And
I
then
am in love with
continue.
Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell is a crush of mine.
So back to gaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
this is
I-
a board game podcast.
I
Yes,
played
it
some
is.
solo games.
Yes.
So I replayed Apiary and Wormspan
Okay.
solo because I can't get enough of either of those games, and they're both fantastic solo.
haven't tried
I love them.
What?
We haven't tried APR.
Apiary is real good. If you like worker placement games, it's a really solid worker placement game. I
is a
enjoy
good
it a
one.
lot.
Remember, it's just be in space.
They're working on expansion.
Woo!
Yeah. It's a
Are they
quote,
wasps? Sorry.
it's a quote more stuff expansion where it's just more tiles, more cards, more this that, you know,
What's
the
the
other
matter?
thing. No
Light-
rules changes.
So I don't think they're white
Light is in Angie's
Anglo-Protestants.
face.
Turn that off.
No, sorry,
Excuse me?
white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. I don't think they're those. Wasps.
Oh.
So now on to the
Board games.
yes, the
reason why we
main
actually are here.
event, Dinosaur Island.
Now, we did cover this almost a year ago.
Yep, last August.
Yep.
This is the Totally Liquid expansion, and it's also kind of a new review because Carrie and Tom had never played it before.
That's right.
Yay. We played it now.
So let's start off by saying, how do you think of it?
How did you think
How'd
of
you
it?
think of it?
What do you think of it?
I mean, I think they use their brains to think of it.
Hi, I'm Carrie. Have you met my brain?
What? Oh,
Coffee.
Meow, meow, meow.
But at least she only has a few things going through her mind, unlike mine.
where's one thing?
Coffee, Katie.
Oh no, it's a lot of things, and they're usually very dark.
It can get dark in here too.
I know, but nobody.
Yeah, we just turned the lights off, so.
Okay.
Ah,
So yeah, it was good. The first round was a little crazy, but then after
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
it fell into place, and it was the setup though was a little crazy.
Yeah.
The setup on this game, if you haven't played it, if you haven't played it, or if you haven't played it in a while, you look at it and go, oh, fuck.
Especially because the instruction books are
Ass.
probably the
So-
worst instructions I've ever seen in a board
Let's just
game.
call it like it is. This game is awesome. The instructions are ass.
It's the worst thing I've ever read in my life.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Was it dinosaur poop?
Yeah.
I needed to get a
sorry.
glove to go through those instructions.
It's the big one that like covered your whole arm.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
like-
had Jeff Goldblum say that's a big pile
Which
of
is
shit.
sad
That is a
because
big
the
pile
game
of shit.
itself is actually fun.
It is.
It is.
And setup isn't too bad once you get used to it, because I remember last year, I played this game solo several times before we played together, and I could set it up and tear it down pretty quickly.
Right.
But,
But that's because you were used to it.
yeah.
He could go through all that Triceratops shit in an instant. Why was everybody at the morgue excited for tonight?
Why?
Because it was open mic night.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, it's bad, but it's fun.
You know, cemeteries are really popular places.
Yeah?
Everyone's dying to get in.
Well, yeah.
I'm dying to get in.
Yeah.
We're going to do another unboxing video?
Yes.
So,
Hi, I'm Bob the Necromancer.
Dinosaur Island is 2 worker placement games in one, right?
Oh, I would say it's
It's a worker placement game.
it is, but I would call it a collection of mini games put into one.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Because phase 1 is a worker placement game.
Mm-hmm.
You have 3 scientists, and they're labeled 1, 2, and 3.
That's right.
And depending on where you put the scientist, that number is a multiplier for whatever you get.
Right.
Well, for one of the things, yeah. For the DNA.
Yeah.
dice.
For the DNA or for the cold storage
Yes.
Well, it's just by multiplied by 1 in that case.
by 1. But it's still like the number has meaning.
Right.
you know?
Right. The number has meaning, right.
And so everyone takes turns placing those scientists down. Or you can pass and hold that scientist for later in the game. Then after that phase, you get to use your money that you have to purchase upgrades to your lab or amusements and attractions for your park,
Or hire staff.
hire staff. And then after that is another worker placement phase where you take the people actually working in your park and you can make dinosaurs or upgrade your security, generate some money by going to the bank.
Yeah, securing loans.
Yeah, and things like that. And then after that, people visit your park and they give you money. And
Unless they're a goddamned hooligan.
yeah, hooligans will sneak in without paying and
I hate that.
take up spots in your park. And for every person in your park that doesn't get eaten, you get a victory point.
I
Yeah.
don't know, can't you just use the hooligans to feed the dinosaurs?
I was just gonna say, throw those hooligans to the dinosaurs.
I mean, you're still going to have lawsuits, so hooligan or not. It doesn't matter. You're going to lose money.
Yeah. So that's the rundown of the game, like the long and short of it. As you long-term listeners know, we don't do like a teach. If you want to learn how to play the game, watch a how to play. We just kind of do like an overall rundown.
Right.
So, components. We played with the Kickstarter version today. Basic components, nice. You get 3 different types of plastic pink dinosaurs. And then you get like nice cardboard tiles, dual layer mats for your
player
lab.
boards. Yeah. You get 2 player boards. One is your park itself, and the other is the lab where you collect
DNA.
everything. Yeah, your DNA and everything you need to make this park operational.
They're good.
Yeah.
Like the retail components are good. The Kickstarter ones are really good.
Yes,
Because you
they are.
get like some of the biggest metal coins I've ever seen in a board game.
They are.
They're heavy.
They are really
It's
heavy.
probably half the weight of the box.
Yeah.
I'll say the metal coins have one glaring downside to me is that they only have the denomination on one side, so you're kind of having to flip half the coins over to see what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is frustrating. For sure. They do have like different skulls on the other side, but
It's so hard to see them in
It
any
is.
sort of, yeah.
because they're like just a matte gray and they're often far away from you. Because if you look on our Instagram or Facebook page, you're going to see pictures of just
how huge this game is.
Yeah, it's a table hog, for sure.
Oink, oink. Oh, he squealed!
Wow.
The really cool thing about the expansion that we played with is you don't have to use everything in it.
Yeah, it's all modular. There are like 7 modules or something like that. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
No, there's 5.
5.
Still, that's a lot.
Yes, and we didn't even play with all of them. We only played 3 of the modules.
Well, technically, Module 1 is the 5th player.
5th player,
Module
yep.
2 is the marine creatures. 3 is the park facilities and executives. 4 is the PR events. And 5 is the blueprints.
Okay, so we used 3
We
of
only
them.
use 3, yeah.
So yeah, we used the marine dinosaurs, the 5th player expansion,
And we use the blueprints.
and the blueprints.
And the blueprints is... the blueprint module is really cool because it's not as daunting or really adds anything that would really screw up your game if you've played this before. What you do is, the beginning of the game, everybody takes a blueprint card, and it gives you... basically, this is the layout that you should strive to build.
Yeah, it tells you where to put things, and if you can get everything to match what's on the blueprint, then you get lots of points.
Right, at the end of the game, that adds up to your victory points.
Yeah.
And as a new player, it kind of gives you like a layout to actually aim for instead of just aimlessly being like, I don't know what to buy, I don't know what to put where. You could just go for the blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really nice. I love games that give you kind of a little guide of what to do. Like Apiary, the first time we played it, I'm like, there are a million different things I can do right now. What the heck am I, like, where do I put my first worker? What am I supposed to be achieving? So it's daunting, for sure. So I like when games give you, like, an objective or something to work for like that.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that for sure. And then, like, the artwork is not for everyone. A lot of people complain about it, like the neon pinks and
Oh, I love
stuff
the
like
like
that.
the
Yeah,
80s
it's like-
wave sort of- oh my god, I think it's
80s
great.
synth
Yeah.
wave,
Yeah.
yeah, 80s, early 90s kind of art style.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah, but a lot of people complain
Are
about
those
it.
the ones who weren't like raised in the 80s and the
Probably.
90s?
Most likely.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another game that came out almost exactly at the same time called Dinogenics, and it takes a much more realistic approach to the artwork.
Boring.
But it's also a develop your park kind of game. So
There's a
have
very
to-
easily missed rule that we missed.
Oh.
If you pass in the market phase, you collect $2.
I should have had more money.
I
Yeah.
think we
Oh,
all
that's
should have
all
had
right.
more money.
yeah,
That's alright, I would have blown it all anyway.
I passed maybe once.
you know, it's easily missed. Rulebook sucks.
That's not easily missed. The rules are easily missed.
All security increases after level 10 costs $5.
Okay, I still did that right then.
Yeah. That's
All they needed to do is put illustrations next to the parts that they're referring to, and that would have solved half the problems right there.
In solo mode, if patrons get eaten, they do not return to the bag. They are removed from the game.
They're not coming back to your park. They're part of your park.
So I just had to do this. PJ, you messed up pretty bad in the game really early on.
Just like usual.
I had to play,
how is this different?
I had to play the T-Rex, the music for the T-Rex Rampage from The Lost World, because that was the only thing I could find. I think it set the mood of your screw up pretty well.
Nessie, what are you doing, Nessie?
Nessie, no! So,
Nessie only gives me 0 points.
oh my god, we'll get to that. So, things that work in this game. What we got? What are some things that work?
I really like the... I like the solitude of it, but at the same time, you're still looking at everybody else to make sure you've got something that they don't. That first bit is all about fighting over resources.
Very interactive. The first phase.
The first 2 phases are
Yeah.
very interactive. You're fighting over DNA, you're fighting over cold storage, you're fighting over all of these spaces. The second phase, you're fighting over buying buying space, buying the dinosaur recipes.
No, that's the first phase.
Oh, that is the first phase.
You're buying the workers.
Yeah, the workers and all, everything that you
Attractions,
need,
like-
the attractions.
Yeah.
And then the third and fourth phase is all free for all, go.
Yeah.
It's all up to you.
It's all simultaneous play. It's all isolated.
But I think you mixing up like that actually kind of like speaks to the way that everything is so smoothly integrated between the phases and that it all plays with each other.
Yeah.
You go from worker placement to just picking what you want back to worker
But
placement.
everything matters for the other
Yeah.
phases, like the cold storage and DNA that you're getting in the first phase matters for the third phase, and it just like it's very like seamless, I think.
It
Yeah.
really is. Like, if the book were just better written, this game, because so many people say this is like a complex game, and I don't think it is.
No.
It's just,
They
They
made the
made it-
rule book too complicated.
Yeah.
They made it look complicated.
yeah. If you can play a worker placement game, you can play this game, because that's all it is. And it's a basic worker placement game at that.
It is.
It really reminds Carrie and I of Suburbia, but this isn't easier to follow Suburbia once you understand the rules.
Damn it, Dustin Schwartz.
Is he the designer?
He's the one that wrote the rule book.
So,
Did he write this rule book?
Angie and
He
I,
wrote the basic game.
Angie and I got this for we really got this for a huge steal.
Yeah.
It doesn't
So
say.
when you originally
got a lot
bought
of
the
slack,
game,
so.
PJ, you said you picked it up for what, $16?
Yeah, there's a bookstore called Books A Million going out of business at our mall, and they were selling this game for $16.
Which is a huge steal considering the base game itself goes for what,
70, 75, somewhere around there, yeah.
So we ended up going to, was it Jenkinstown?
Yep.
Just outside of Philadelphia. We went to this game shop called The Seventh Dimension. We found both of these together. They were in a sealed bag.
Yeah, Kickstarter
A
edition.
Kickstarter edition, nonetheless. And it was all for about $100.
Yeah, it was
that's
$100.
pretty awesome.
So when we saw this, we opened it up, and what it looked like was somebody got excited, opened up the game, got it on Kickstarter, opened up the game, looked at it, and went, "Yeah, fuck this."
They read the rule book.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty
Actually,
much.
that could have been
They
That
it.
could've
probably
been
just
it.
looked at it and were like, no, fuck
no
this.
thanks, and put it away, and then just sold it.
Everything I'm seeing on, it's all eBay. It's $275 for both.
For both.
Is that even the Kickstarter version?
These are both.
Okay.
The,
No, I'm
yeah,
just saying what
the
you're saying.
extreme edition is the Kickstarter
Right,
edition.
right.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy to me that we were able to find this.
Yeah.
Don't you love when that happens when you walk
do.
into any store, really, but when you go into a board game store?
Oh my gosh. When
There is a regular Totally Liquid that's not the extreme.
when I walked into
And that itself looks like it was $75.
Yeah, when I went to Target and found Mansions of Madness for $30, I was like, this is the greatest day ever.
I'm pretty sure when we bought Twilight Imperium 4, the expansion was marked down way less than it should have been.
Oh my
we
goodness!
saw
Because
it,
the
later.
dice I bought were almost
Yeah.
$100.
Wow.
Oh yeah, those are the
crap.
ones with the black light. Did I show you those when you were
No.
over? Oh,
Like the dice are actually, you can't see the numbers unless you shine a black light on them.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wow.
they're so pretty, and they're all iridescent and sparkly.
One of the last times I was at Target, actually.
Target?
Target. Twilight Imperium was there for $84.
Wait, actual Twilight Imperium? Not the
Fourth
roll-in-
edition.
Really? At Target?
Yeah.
Which
It
Target?
was an online return. And
Oh,
it was
wow.
and it was just sitting there on one of the islands outside the electronics department.
The one in Muncie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's wild.
Yeah. That was like a year ago. But yeah, it was there.
Their game section is getting very sparse.
Yeah.
I really haven't been there in forever.
I
For a
was
little
just there
while, it
the
was
other
really
day,
amazing.
and-
But the prices have really jumped up. And
Yeah, Everdell is like $75 or
Oh
something
my
there.
gosh, how much was Betrayal there?
Oh, Betrayal Third was not great. And also, oh gosh, what game was it? Wingspan is crazy expensive there too. It's
Wingspan's not a cheap game, yeah.
but for a while they were having all sorts of games on pretty good discounts regularly, like all
Yeah.
the time. And
The only time to buy games from Target is
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Well, no, once every quarter they do a buy two get one deal.
Okay,
That's real good.
Yeah.
You can get some good games there.
but they're not stocking that much anymore.
You go
Yeah.
online.
Online, you have to do it online.
Okay.
You really do. What doesn't work in this game?
The rule.
rule
book.
Rule book.
I'm not even gonna say it because it's
The rule book is so bad. Nothing else is bad about this game.
No.
Like the
Right.
game works in every aspect.
even when you screw yourself over. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
That's just PJ's everyday life.
It is.
And it's so easy to like tell little stories as you're playing of what's actually happening. Like, oh no, Nessie's coming out and eating my parkovers. Because it's all really cute. Oh, the damn hooligans broken again.
Yeah, you didn't have very good luck with those damn hooligans.
No, I got
Oh
so
my
many
gosh,
of them. Oh.
yeah.
The last round, they little bastards. 4 of them in my park.
All you got was
Wow.
4. Like my first couple of rounds, it was
It's
almost all
like, you,
hooligans.
but you won, so you know.
I did win.
I came in second again.
It's interesting playing the game for the first time. I already feel like I could play again and have a much better feeling of exactly what to do. In a lot of games, it feels like it takes like a few games to really kind of like get
Figure
to
it
get
out.
acclimated to it.
Yeah. Yeah, to understand what all the different rules are, nuances of it.
And it gives you a lot of options on how to actually get to certain paths. Like you're stuck on DNA, there's several ways to get the DNA that you need. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't just leave you like high and dry. You can actually
right.
like work towards it.
Yeah, even in your lab, you can convert some of your
Right.
basic DNA to advanced.
You
and
can buy it during the you can get it through the DNA dice. You can get it during the auction by just buying it directly. You can
hire a specialist
Yeah.
who will help you out with your DNA.
Yeah, I got a specialist who every time I bought a dinosaur recipe in the first phase, I could take any, whether it be basic or advanced DNA, and move it up.
Yeah, I almost bought that one. Yeah, that was a good one.
Wow. Oh, it was great.
maybe that should say something about the game that we were talking about stuff that doesn't work and we went right back into stuff that does.
Yeah, right?
Just the
Yeah,
rule
because
book.
99% of it works. It's
Yeah.
the
It's
1% of
such
the
a good
fucking
game.
rulebook.
You just need someone to teach you how to play it.
But here's the
You
thing.
know.
So, sorry.
No, please.
On what was it? Game Board Geek? Is that
That's
what
what I
it
was
was?
just
Board
gonna
Game
say.
Geek.
Board
You
Game
found the directions.
Yeah, those directions
player
are great,
aids,
and
yeah.
that's what we used when we first played the game a year ago.
Because a year ago, I tried reading the rule book and I said, this is horrible. So I went on to Board Game Geek and printed out those player aids. And then I watched several different how to play videos. One was, I think, Watch It Played with Rodney Smith.
Rodney, yeah.
And then I think I watched even the Board Game Geeks channel and how he did it. And with that, I was able to like figure out how to play the game. And now like it just flows so nicely.
Yeah.
And we even used it today because we can find a rule in the rule book. So I had to pull up the player aid online and find it again. And I'm like, oh, okay, here it is. Here's the answer. It's in the player aid that some rando made and posted on Board Game Geek.
Should take one of those and throw them in our box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a copy.
Yeah, sure.
Diamond? What diamond? A thief is caught one night at a count's mansion. Although the guards stopped the thief before he could escape, the missing diamond was never recovered.
They burned it in the fireplace because it was coal.
No.
Okay.
Diamond, what the? So, thief, what? Hold on, what?
Okay, a thief is caught one night at a count's mansion. Although the guards stopped the thief before he could escape, the missing diamond was never recovered.
Because the thief didn't take it.
He took something else.
No, he took the diamond.
Took the diamond.
Did he shove it up his rectum?
No, I knew that was going to be something, but no.
Is the thief a human
Wrecked
being?
him, damn near killed him.
Is it a human? Is that what you asked?
Yes, it is a human.
Is the diamond in the sense of the gemstone?
Yes.
The count made him a vampire and he flew. I don't know. One.
Did he just flush it down the toilet?
No. Did I tell you how I did that at work and pissed off my manager? We were throwing chalk in the pool. She goes, Dan, count this out. I said, okay. She threw it in. She went, 1. Two. Okay, knock it off.
So there's diamonds.
So he
didn't
steals a
smuggle him
diamond.
up his bum.
He steals a diamond,
He steals a diamond.
Gets
He
caught,
gets caught by the guards.
but they don't find the diamond.
Right.
Do they let him go afterwards?
The guard took the diamond.
No, they don't really say what
It was like a
happened to the thief.
Baltimore cop situation right there. Then
Oh.
Did he break in?
Yeah, he broke in.
Was it obvious he took the diamonds?
takes diamond, gets caught.
I mean, yeah, he got caught taking the
Find
diamond.
the diamond.
So does somebody else take the diamond from him?
He passes it off to someone.
Close. He does pass it off.
Does he pass
Does he pass it off to the guy that was with him when he broke
Does he-
in?
Nope, there
Does
was
he
no person
pass
with
it
him.
off
through his bowels?
to the
No, we already established
pass it
that.
off to the guard so the guard can list it as stolen so he gets insurance money for it?
Nope.
Is he friends with somebody on the inside?
No.
He tosses it out a window to someone waiting for him.
No.
Was he the count?
No. The window thing, you're pretty close, but he doesn't toss it out the window.
He didn't flush it down the toilet.
Doesn't flush it down the toilet.
Up a chimney.
No. I think the reason you guys always get it when I do it is because I give you hints.
I give hints too when I do it. She's like a wall.
Is,
It doesn't say.
I don't know!
did he put it somewhere in the residence?
No.
Outside of it.
He didn't put it outside, but it did leave the estate.
He mails it.
No.
Didn't put it down the drain in any way?
No.
shape,
He
or form?
flush it. He doesn't flush
No.
it. Yeah, we said that already.
Yeah.
Carrier pigeon.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. The thief broke into the mansion with a homing pigeon. He took the diamond.
I almost fell on my chair.
I saw that. Tied it to one of the bird's feet and let it fly out the window.
How the hell did I do that?
The pigeon returned to the thief's house and
Strong
waited for
pigeon.
him with the
How
diamond.
small was this diamond?
It doesn't say.
It's like the hot air balloon a
Oh, it
couple
doesn't
weeks
say
ago.
that.
How did I do that? That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was very good.
What?
We're gonna let you solve these from now on.
When we can't figure it out, we're just gonna call Carrie.
It was one of those ESP moments right there.
Yes, it was.
I was
Tooth Fairy. It was one of those.
Tooth Fairy. Okay. Dan Batmobile.
We have a friend who is we're pretty sure he has ESP because
His wife told me
he still does it to his wife.
he does
Yeah,
it
all the
all
time. Where one time we were playing Taboo, I got the card Tooth Fairy. I could not say Tooth Fairy, pillow, money, night, sleep. I forget what else. Like a list of like so many words, and I will never forget the combination of sounds that came out of my mouth because it wasn't even like words.
Words are hard.
I said, well, like, That's it. I said those three things, and he goes, Tooth Fairy! And I'm like, yes.
Did he play the game before?
I guess,
Like, I'm
but...
wondering if the Tooth Fairy is like the card that has the most like the restrictions.
True,
Oh, no.
yeah.
It gets
but-
better because we went to the next one. It was Batmobile. And PJ just said, Dan, Batmobile! We were watching The Ring.
I always want one.
And PJ had seen this before, and he's like, oh, you're going to love this movie. This is so good. This is so good. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not scary. It's
not
just
scary.
a good movie.
And I went, okay. And we're watching it, and the very first thing that you see is the videotape. What's on the videotape?
Not the first thing, but
Well,
close.
like one of the
Early
first
on,
things.
yeah.
And everything goes through, and I went, oh. PJ says, what? So they threw her down a well. Click, what? They threw her down a well. How did you know that? Rewind it. So rewound it, and we're playing. It said pause, and he clicked pause. He said, "The ring. You can see the bricks."
He's like, look,
He goes,
stones.
you can see the bricks of the well. And he goes, "That we're done. We can't watch this anymore. You ruined it." It's like, no, don't keep playing.
It is a well-crafted movie. It's not a scary movie at all. It's just...
It's a well-crafted movie.
God, did you ever see the second one?
Nope. Had no desire.
We were laughing with tears streaming down our face in the theater.
I do know that
Because
the deer tried to...
scene is amazing. like they're driving down the road and a deer runs out in front of the car and they hit it. And so they slam on the brakes. And then another deer rams into the side of the car and it gets its head stuck into like the back seat window of the car. And then another one comes on the other side. And so 2 deer are like butting heads inside the car. And they're like the worst CG ever, even for the time, because we were watching this in theaters and just laughing. And then they like floor it. And so they're like driving with 2 deer hanging out their windows.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine really seeing that?
Yeah, that would just be horrifying in real life. Like, but oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing.
I mean, that's just good meat. You don't have to do much. Break the damn necks of the things, and you've got, what, almost 400 pounds of meat?
Yeah, right? Got some good meat.
I know.
So favorite moments.
Watching PJ screw himself horribly.
I warned you.
I think my favorite was when Tom took the roller coaster and you were not paying attention and you went to take the roller coaster.
That was-
Like, where's the roller coaster?
Yeah, that was my favorite. I dropped the money into the pile of cash, and I go, I'm gonna buy the... Wait, what? Where'd the roller coaster go? And I'm looking around like, who took the roller coaster?
I needed an attraction.
So did I.
That was great.
Oh, that was good. I enjoyed creating the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. If he's there, I'm always gonna buy that.
I feel like we should have played with the Mega Rex.
Yeah.
We should have.
I got the Loch Ness Monster himself, Nessie.
Hey.
All people to get
Nessie, what
him.
are you doing?
And Nessie ate 2 people.
He was worth nothing.
That's the worst part! Worth 0 points.
He's just there to get a
Just there for the attraction,
The
the,
thing is, Nessie
excitement.
is apparently really cheap to make in terms of DNA.
Yeah. Only took 2 DNA to make it, so.
'Cause you could have had like 4 Nessies there in short order.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you had Richard Attenborough.
Yeah, what your
Come
threat
see
level
Nessie.
would have been. Because it was weren't they like 4 or 5 threat level?
5.
Okay, that's what I
A
thought.
lot of threat.
That's why 2 people died.
A really expensive threat.
Yeah, what happens if your victory points go below 1?
I think it just stays at 0 or 1 then. Oh my gosh. That was bad.
And I won this time.
That was like my worst game ever. Like, not just in history of Dinosaur Island, like any game. That was bad. That was really bad.
Because you had nothing in your park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
What did
4
you-
dinosaurs and 3 buildings made.
Yeah, when I was looking at the score at the ends, I figured you lapped just like everyone else did.
No.
No, that was your actual score still.
Everyone lapped into the hundreds, and I'm there at like 40.
Wah, wah.
No, it only went up to 50, so we were only in our
So we're only
60s
like
and
60s.
70s.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
57 is,
Okay.
but,
Yeah.
You were in like the 30s or 40s.
Yeah. It wasn't that good.
Yeah, it was bad, PJ.
It was really
It was
bad.
bad.
I mean, why would today be any different?
It wasn't a deck builder, so I was just doomed from the start.
And this technically wasn't your edition of it either.
That's
so-
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it had no loyalties to me.
Yeah, it didn't give a shit about you.
Yeah, but we played a deck builder and I won.
Well, that's a whole different thing right there.
I know.
That game. I like to say I held my best. You know, like I held my own against you for Dominion.
Yep. My favorite game.
Should do an episode on Dominion.
We should. Dominion's really good. I will play
Gotta play it
that
a
one
bunch
again.
first.
Yeah. I have it on my phone. It's a good game. Like if you like the art style, Google it, look at the art style. If you like it and if you like worker placement games, give it a shot.
Yeah. Like in the Totally Liquid, like it adds like a goat pen and you can hatch eggs and
You can have
there's a
I'm
casino.
gonna feed the goats to the dinosaurs.
So let's go gambling and look at the dinosaurs.
What happened to the goat?
You have to have 4 goats.
Kiss the goat.
Is he gonna eat the goat?
Kiss the
Yes, there's a petting zoo, a goat pen, parks, and
He
Rex.
is
That's
a
where the
bloody
Mega Rex
fan.
is.
Mega.
Funny thing is, when we started playing,
Fantasy Island.
looking at your local
Reptile
board,
Resort.
you don't think there's much space to build anything because it's like, oh, this board feels so small. But when you're playing, it's like, no, filling it out takes a while.
Yeah, it's like, how am I gonna do this?
Yeah.
Right, because with your resources, everything is rather limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either I build this or I save enough to build something else.
It's so
later.
hard to generate money.
The only reason
Oh my
we
God,
had the
you
money
know?
we did is because we had the plot twist that gave us the extra money from buying the DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't
Right.
for that,
And I love those plot twists.
Your plot twists are cool. There are 3 cards you pull out at the start of every game, and they change the rules of the game a little bit.
Yeah, they change they either modify a rule or they completely change it.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this, especially with the expansion, I mean, there is a lot of replayability in this, and the expansion just adds so much stuff that if we would have played with all the modules, we would not have gotten through it.
Oh my
and we
gosh.
played a short game.
Would it fit on the
It wouldn't.
table?
No, I don't think it would fit on this table. And yeah, I mean, just playing with what we did play with, that felt like it took forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the facilities are all phase 3, phase 4 thing.
Yeah. And each player has like their own little board, like another thing that goes with your boards.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it makes it even more of a table hog.
Yeah. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week, everyone.
Is it really this time?
Yes, this time it is,
Okay.
I think. I think we kind of...
Exhausted us?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're exhausted.
We're exhausting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have been told I do that.
Yeah.
I have that effect on people.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Visit us at gamesoverboard.com. Email us at gamesoboard@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook. If you're listening on YouTube, comment on the video below. And we are doing a giveaway. We're giving away a copy of Wormspan and all kinds of other awesome stuff. If you check our Instagram or Facebook pages, you'll see a copy of the picture of all the stuff you'll win. Comment on that, and you're in the contest.
Yay!
Woohoo!
So, with that being said, everyone, have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.